Welcome to our deep dive into the recent news surrounding various tribes in India. From the northeast to the south, the stories of India's indigenous communities are often tales of resilience, struggle, and the fight for their rights. Today, we'll explore the latest updates and issues affecting these communities, providing context from the Indian Constitution, tribal rights, PVTG, FRA 2006, and relevant schemes. These aren't just headlines, but human stories woven into the fabric of our nation. So join me as we delve into these crucial narratives, understand their complexities, and shed light on the challenges and triumphs of India's Adivasi communities. Manipur, a state known for its vibrant culture and breathtaking landscapes, has been ravaged by a brutal conflict, tearing apart communities and leaving a trail of destruction. The violence between the Kuki and Meitei communities, rooted in a complex web of historical grievances, ethnic identity, and competition for resources, has shaken the state to its core. We'll dissect the historical tensions, the flashpoints that ignited the recent violence, and the role of the Indian state in quelling the unrest. The stories of displacement, fear, and loss are heart-wrenching, demanding our attention and understanding. The Constitution guarantees equality and protection to all its citizens, but the reality on the ground tells a different story. How can the principles of the Constitution be implemented to ensure the safety and security of both communities? What are the legal frameworks, like the Scheduled Castes and Scheduled Tribes Prevention of Atrocities Act, that are meant to protect vulnerable communities? And are they enough? We'll examine these questions and more. The Kuki-Meitei conflict is not just a local issue. It's a stark reminder of the fragility of peace and the urgent need for dialogue, reconciliation, and justice. We need to understand the narratives of both sides, acknowledge the pain and suffering, and work towards a future where violence is not the answer. Join me as we delve deeper into this crisis, exploring the complexities, the human cost, and the long road to peace in Manipur. In the newly formed Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir, the Pahari tribe has long sought recognition as a scheduled tribe. Their demand, rooted in historical marginalization and socio-economic backwardness, recently took a significant step forward. The government's decision to grant them ST status has been met with mixed reactions, raising questions about its implications for other communities and the region's delicate social fabric. We'll delve into the historical context of the Pahari community, their struggles for inclusion, and the socio-economic factors that have kept them on the margins. What does the Forest Rights Act of 2006, designed to protect the rights of forest-dwelling communities, mean for the Pahari tribe? How will this new status impact their access to education, employment, and political representation? We'll analyze the potential benefits and challenges this decision brings. The story of the Pahari tribe is not just about their fight for recognition. It's a reflection of the larger debate on affirmative action, social justice, and the complexities of identity politics in India. Join me as we navigate this complex landscape, understanding the aspirations of the Pahari people and the implications of their newfound status on the region. Deep in the heart of India, in the forests of Madhya Pradesh, lives the Baiga tribe, known for their deep connection to nature and their ancient traditions. Their recent recognition as a heritage tribe by the state government is a significant step towards acknowledging their unique cultural identity and their role as custodians of biodiversity. But what does this recognition mean in practical terms? We'll explore the rich cultural tapestry of the Baiga tribe, their traditional knowledge systems, and their symbiotic relationship with the forest. How will this new status translate into concrete measures for their social and economic upliftment? Will it empower them to protect their ancestral lands and their way of life from the encroaching pressures of development? The Forest Rights Act recognizes the rights of forest-dwelling communities over their traditional lands. We'll examine how this act can be effectively implemented to safeguard the interests of the Baiga tribe. The story of the Baiga tribe is not just about preserving their past, it's about ensuring their future. It's about recognizing the intrinsic value of indigenous knowledge systems and the need to protect cultural diversity as an asset, not an obstacle to progress. Join me as we journey into the world of the Baiga tribe, understanding their heritage, their challenges, and their hopes for the future. Chapter 4. Bonda Tribe, Displaced and Dispossessed in Odisha. In the remote hills of Odisha, the Bonda tribe, one of India's particularly vulnerable tribal groups, faces a crisis of displacement. Forced from their ancestral lands, their traditional way of life is under threat. We'll travel to their villages, hear their stories of loss and resilience, and understand the factors that have led to their displacement. Is it development projects, mining, or the lack of access to basic amenities? The Indian government has several schemes aimed at the welfare and development of tribal communities. We'll investigate if these schemes are reaching the Bonda people and if they are adequate to address their unique vulnerabilities. The particularly vulnerable tribal groups are entitled to special protections under the Constitution. We'll delve into the legal framework and assess its effectiveness in safeguarding the rights of the Bonda tribe. The Bonda tribe's story is a stark reminder of the human cost of development, the importance of protecting the rights of indigenous communities, and the need for sustainable and inclusive development models. It's a call to action, urging us to listen to the voices of those most affected by our choices. Join me as we explore the plight of the Bonda tribe, their struggles, and their hopes for a future where they can live with dignity and security on their own lands. Chapter 5. Irula Tribe, the Snake Charmers. Fighting for survival in Tamil Nadu. The Irula tribe of Tamil Nadu, known for their ancient tradition of snake charming, are facing an uncertain future. Their traditional knowledge of snakes, once revered, is now struggling to find a place in a rapidly changing world. We'll spend time with the Irula community, learning about their unique relationship with snakes, the techniques they use to handle these creatures, and the role this tradition plays in their cultural identity. But their traditional livelihood is under threat. With stricter wildlife protection laws and a decline in the demand for snake venom, the Irula are struggling to make ends meet. How can we bridge the gap between conservation efforts and the livelihoods of communities like the Irula? Are there sustainable alternatives that can provide them with a dignified source of income while respecting their traditional knowledge? The Irula tribe's story highlights the complex relationship between humans and nature, tradition and modernity. It compels us to find solutions that are both culturally sensitive and economically viable. Join me as we explore the challenges faced by the Irula tribe and explore potential solutions that can ensure their survival and the preservation of their unique heritage. For decades, the Chakma and Hajong communities in Arunachal Pradesh have lived with the painful reality of statelessness. Originally from the Chittagong Hill tracts of Bangladesh, they have long sought recognition as Indian citizens, facing discrimination and exclusion. We'll trace their journey, understand the historical circumstances that led to their migration to India, and the legal battles they have fought for their rightful place in society. The denial of citizenship has had a devastating impact on their lives, limiting their access to education, healthcare, and employment opportunities. We'll hear their stories, understand their struggles, and analyze the legal and humanitarian dimensions of their plight. The Supreme Court of India has, on several occasions, upheld the rights of the Chakma and Hajong communities. However, the implementation of these judgments remains a challenge. The Chakma and Hajong communities' struggle for citizenship is a test of India's commitment to inclusivity and justice. It's a reminder that the right to belong is fundamental, and that every individual deserves to live with dignity and security. Join me as we delve into this complex issue, exploring the legal complexities, the human cost of statelessness, and the urgent need for a just and humane resolution. In the heart of Karnataka, the Sidi tribe stands out for its unique heritage. Descendants of African slaves brought to India centuries ago, they have fought to preserve their culture and gain recognition for their distinct identity. We'll delve into their fascinating history, exploring their journey from Africa to India, their cultural traditions, and their struggles for inclusion in Indian society. Recently, there has been a growing movement to recognize the Siddi tribe's contribution to Indian culture and their rights as an indigenous community. We'll examine the steps taken towards their official recognition and the significance of these measures. Despite facing discrimination and marginalization, the Siddi community has held on to its traditions, music, dance, and language. We'll experience the richness of their culture and understand how they have navigated their dual identities. The Siddi tribe's story is a testament to the power of human resilience, the fluidity of cultural boundaries, and the importance of embracing diversity in all its forms. It's a reminder that India's history is a tapestry woven from the threads of many cultures. Join me as we celebrate the Siddi tribe's heritage, their struggles and their triumphs, and explore the evolving narrative of identity and belonging in India. The eviction of the Mankidia tribe from the Simlipal Tiger Reserve in Odisha brings to the forefront the complex and often conflicting issues of tribal rights and environmental conservation. We'll travel to the Simlipal forests, meet the Mankidia community, and understand their deep-rooted connection to this land, which they consider sacred. For generations they have lived in harmony with nature, their lives intertwined with the rhythms of the forest. The Indian government's decision to relocate them in the name of tiger conservation has sparked a debate about the rights of forest-dwelling communities and the challenges of balancing ecological concerns with human needs. We'll examine the Forest Rights Act of 2006, which recognizes the rights of forest-dwelling communities over their traditional lands and resources. Is the act being implemented effectively? Are there alternative solutions that can protect both the tiger and the tribe? The Mankidia tribe's plight underscores the need for a more inclusive approach to conservation, one that respects the rights and knowledge systems of indigenous communities. It's about finding a balance between protecting our environment and ensuring the well-being of those who depend on it. Join me as we navigate this sensitive issue, exploring the perspectives of the Mankidia tribe, conservationists, and policymakers, and search for solutions that are both just and sustainable. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the recent news affecting India's tribal communities. We've witnessed their resilience, their struggles, and their unwavering spirit in the face of adversity. From the violence in Manipur to the fight for recognition in Jammu and Kashmir, from the cultural preservation efforts in Madhya Pradesh to the displacement challenges in Odisha, each story has highlighted the urgent need to protect the rights, identities, and livelihoods of our indigenous communities. Stay informed and support the rights and recognition of these diverse and vibrant cultures. Their stories are integral to the story of India. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insightful content.